Welcome to Staying Sweet, the podcast. Tune into my weekly podcast to hear me, Alice Bradley, delve deeper into building your personal brand, up-level your mindset and tap into your highest potential using what makes you, you, all while staying sweet, of course. Whether you're looking to level up within an existing business, start something of your own, or create a fulfilling, balanced and healthier lifestyle, each episode will be curated especially to inspire and encourage your own success. Plus, don't miss out on the Staying Sweet specials, a series of exclusive interviews and conversations with Alice's network of entrepreneurs and brand owners. Don't forget there are new episodes every Monday. If you enjoyed the podcast, please do leave a rate and review. For more daily content, check out @Staying Sweet Podcast over on Instagram. Stay sweet. Hey guys, and welcome back to Staying Sweet, the podcast. I'm joined today by the wonderful Dorothy. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Dorothy Tamuno.
And what do you do? No, this is so exciting. You're my first guest in ages, guys. I'm relaunching the podcast, going to have a fresh image. Hopefully you're seeing that. Yeah, tell me a bit more about you and what you do.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel like we've met in such a divine timing kind of way.
This is God's plan.
Definitely.
Yeah.
God's plan. I love that. I love that.
Like Minister Drake said.
Yes, definitely.
Deacon Drake. What do I do? I'm a entrepreneur. I like to class myself as an entrepreneur because I do quite a few things. Mm-hmm. But I would say my main thing is I'm a creative. If I had a title, it'd be creative director. So I do photography. I create content for businesses, companies, brands, people. I own a studio, and I also run a business with my husband as well.
Amazing.
So you've organisation.
Oh, that's incredible. So you've got your hands full with lots of different things.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I can relate to. I like to have fingers in lots of pies and be super busy. Mm-hmm. What are you finding you're leaning towards at the moment? What are you really enjoying?
It depends how I feel. I'm such a seasonal person. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It could start raining today and I'll look out the window and be like, wait, I should be a painter.
I love that. So you're inspired by your surroundings.
I'm inspired by surroundings, people I talk to, places that I go. But I'm trying to learn, especially with my age and where I'm in my life, because I'm a mother now and I'm a wife, that I have to have some stability because my life, it just doesn't just revolve around me. Every decision I make impacts my family and everyone around me, so I have to be much more stable. So I'm not a go with the wind person like I was in my 20s. Much more buckle down. That's why I opened a studio, so I have that consistency.
Yeah, so tell me more about your studio space, what inspired the name behind it, which it wasn't until you explained it to me yesterday that I realised how clever it was. So yeah, tell me more about that.
So I'm a Christian, and there's a Bible scripture that says, don't ask where it is because I can't remember. There's a Bible scripture that says that Jesus is basically going to heaven and he's going to prepare a place for us to live when, obviously, after we die. And it has many rooms.
I love that.
Many room studios.
Yeah. I feel like it's very symbolic as well, because it's a blank canvas for others to create and be inspired and motivated. And I definitely got that from the studio space itself. So with that sort of in mind, how did you come up with the concept and the overall vibe of the space and the aesthetic?
When I go out to shoot, I'm always struggling with locations and just having a place where it just has everything that I need to create. Especially with my clients as well. They'll say to me, oh, do you know anywhere that is inside, especially in wintertime as well?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It's so
Street
difficult.
style is cold.
It's cold.
Especially in the UK, guys. It's brutal sometimes.
And I don't know about you, but when people are changing as well, I think that's a massive problem. Going to McDonald's toilets to change.
Or literally braving it, guys, and just stripping off in the street, which doesn't always get good reception. I understand why, because you're obviously getting naked in the street.
Yeah, I was in Kensington one time years ago, and these girls had pop-up tents.
Yeah, I do have one of those for clients.
You've got it,
but again, sometimes you get in trouble for that.
Really?
Yeah, because it's quite intrusive, and it is quite clunky, whereas a studio space, relaxed,
exactly,
you're warm, which is amazing. There's a toilet facility, guys.
There's mirrors, it's everything, and it's in a location that, I mean, if you did shoot in Kensington, you can always pop by and, you know, do some inside shots, or again just get changed there and go back out.
Oh, that's amazing. So what inspired? It's a very sort of clean, to kind of describe it to my listeners, very clean, aesthetic, sort of minimal cool girl vibe. What pieces would you say were like the most exciting to choose? Like, were you like honing in on the idea of it making it look like a home, or did you want it to feel like a studio? Like, how did you source the pieces?
I definitely did want it to, or 50-50, feel like a home and a studio at the same time. My main objective was to find pieces that influencers are using in their own homes, or pieces that people would like to have but they can't afford it.
Definitely.
So again, working with different people, I'll go to some people's houses to take pictures, and they'll probably say to me, "Oh, sorry about my sofa, it's like looking a bit old," or "Oh, sorry," they'll be apologizing about something. It's always like, oh, they wish they had, you know, better surrounding, but they don't have the opportunity to. So I wanted a room where people can come and use pieces that they might not be able to afford or have at home. And so I literally scoured Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook and Google, everything.
Amazing.
And I studied pictures. When I say studied, I'm up 4 or 5 in the morning just looking and like noting down certain pieces that, you know, top influencers that would have, popular pieces that might pop up on YouTube, all sorts of items that I felt like people would like to have in their room. So everything I have in my room has like been purposely picked. It's from the sofa's white. Most influencers have like cream.
It's like kind of that like cloud sofa that everyone is adoring right now, including myself. I love it. I think it's amazing.
And I definitely needed a statement piece as well. So a piece that, again, like people would look at and be like, "Oh, I need to take a picture in that room because that piece." And most people that have come to the room have been like, the sofa. Amazing. So tell me about how you went from influencer and content creator, and obviously you do photography as well, but how did you translate those things over into your studio space? Like, were there things that you've got at the moment that you think that sets me apart because I've done content creation? I know what, you know, my ideal customer needs. 100%. I think moving from I'm also a content creator as well, and having my own space, it also had to be things that I personally like as well. I love to walk in a room and feel like I'm also at home, especially if I've made it as well. So if I'm honest, on the flip side, because it's called Many Rooms and I would like to have many rooms across London and the UK.
Yes.
Eventually it will get to a point where it might be a room that I might not like, you know, it might not be my personal aesthetic, but I would love it if other people like it.
Definitely. And I think it's almost like a personality, isn't it? You know, home interiors are very personal. Not everyone's home looks the same. Everyone has a different vibe and style.
Yeah.
Would you like to cater to people that are creating other types of content outside fashion, so like food creation? Like, would you have a mini kitchen, for example? Like, would you think about doing that kind of thing and having like usable spaces for cooking creation?
100%. That's reason why I wanted to go with the name Many Rooms. So in the room could be a kitchen, or it could be like a bedroom. I just wanted it to just be a vibe for all different types of shoots that people would want to do.
I think as well, like, it's open to anyone and open to all, not just sort of commercial photographers or bigger creators. I feel like it's, if somebody was thinking, do you know what, I'm at school but I really want to give it a go, you've got that accessibility, which I think when we were sort of pursuing it, we didn't necessarily have that option because it wasn't really like the plan, and I don't think content creation was really fully even established when we were starting. So do you think that you've got that market lead in kind of spotting a gap and a USP?
Definitely, yeah. Not to big myself up, but
no, I think you should. I think you should big yourself up because it's very innovative and also allows other people in that might not have the means to, which I think is is a very humbling thing as well. Like, you're giving the opportunity to everyone, which is nice to know.
Yeah, that's really the aim.
Yeah. So what are your plans sort of for the next maybe couple of years? What would be your next step for a room, say? Like, describe the room.
I definitely know what my next room is going to look like.
Ooh.
And I actually was meant to open it this summer, and I chickened out.
Oh no.
I totally chickened out. Long story. But it would have been like a 70s style. So like bold colours, but still quite modern chic. So just imagine, I don't know, that 70s show.
Yes, I can see that.
It'll feel like you're literally walking into like a room like that.
Yeah, like a proper set.
Yeah, literally.
A film set. That's amazing. So are there any lessons that you've learned along the way in creating this space? Like, anything you wish, I would have done that differently, or I wouldn't have spent so much money on that? Like, what has been like the main life lessons from starting your own business that's just completely a new fresh start?
Yeah, I think my number one thing would be to, like, in my even teens to 20s, save as much as you can. Like, do loads. Well, I was doing a lot of photo shoots, but I would spend the money on, I don't know, going Zara or another holiday. But if I had saved up all that money that I earned, I wouldn't have struggled to make the studio. I kind of did struggle to, get the funds together to do it. So yeah, my first thing would be like to save money to accomplish something. I feel like they don't teach people that nowadays. No. It's almost like live your best life now and enjoy yourself. Don't think about tomorrow, but you kind of do need to think about tomorrow now. Like, tomorrow isn't certain, but the most certain thing you can do for yourself is save money
and invest in your future.
Definitely.
I think that it's quite interesting in that what you're saying, because I think the ideal way of going about things is go off to university, get a 9-to-5, work for somebody else. But because there's now this entrepreneurial spirit really rising, I think there was no education in, okay, you want to be an entrepreneur, this is what it takes, this is what you need to do. Like you say, the money and the investment, that's a you thing. No one else is going to do that for you. Yeah. So would that be something that maybe in the future you'd want to do? Maybe mentoring other people, or
definitely
inspiring other people who want to be entrepreneurial in a creative industry?
100%. I'm open to mentoring.
Amazing. I feel like you're mentoring me, to be honest.
Yes, you are my mentee.
Oh, no, I love it. I will be the first guinea pig,
I'm
please.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
You can be...
wait, who am I? Who am I again?
What's his name?
Anakin Skywalker. Although I won't turn into Darth Vader. But yes, I will be... I'm here at your service. I'm ready to go. No, I feel like you can always learn from others, and I think having someone that's been through it and might have had those experiences and those life lessons, there's things that I wish I'd done at a younger age and I didn't know. And you learn these things along the way. In terms of photography as well, it's such an expensive, it's a bit of a glorified hobby, to be honest.
Yeah.
How would you go about giving advice to someone who wants to shoot photography in a studio and doesn't have the equipment but knows it's what they want to do? What advice would you give to them?
I didn't own my first camera until about maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I was borrowing cameras. So I borrowed my sister's camera and then my friend's camera for every shoot that I did.
Yeah.
And people comment oh my gosh, it's amazing, what equipment are you using? I was so ashamed to comment because again I knew it just wasn't mine. So I again had enough money to eventually get my own Canon got 6D. And so yeah, just do what you can. If you have to borrow from a friend, there's no shame in that. If you have to rent equipment, there's no shame in that either. You can go on like you were telling me, Fat Llama. Yeah. There's loads of other places that you can get it. Also eBay, Amazon.
Definitely Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Facebook Marketplace. Yeah.
People get rid of their lenses. Also, I think Fat Llama you can buy.
Oh really?
If there's bulk buying 3 lenses, and okay, they might not be in the best condition, but it's establishing your kit and it's experimenting as well. I was very fixed on one lens and then was able to get a few. Well, I wouldn't say cheap.
It's a good one to start with, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I wouldn't say cheap lenses, but cheaper than the sort of industry price.
Yeah.
And that really does enable you to experiment, because we both didn't study photography, did we? We're both self-taught.
YouTube
so
taught, yeah.
I don't even think YouTube, like, I just totally just
really
winged it. Yeah.
Wow.
At Fashion Week.
Amazing.
Snuck a camera in, fiddled with the settings, would ask like other people in the press pits to put the settings on for me, so I had the right lighting and just shoot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all a learning experience, and I think there's a lot to be said for these types of spaces that are welcoming and letting others in. So
amazing. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. No, but it's been lovely to talk to you and promo Many Rooms. If there's any information that you'd like to share, or I can link it in the show notes, guys, if you want to book. But yeah, if there's anything you want to say to anyone that might be interested in booking.
Just come on down, go to what's the website again, manyroomstudios.com, or you can send us a DM. To be honest, I get more DMs and like website inquiries, but like anyway you contact us, there'll always be someone to answer your questions.
Amazing.
If you want to test shoot as well, like just come down, don't have to pay as well, or just if you're a photographer, just come and have an hour free to test shoot to like see how the space works, and then you can go ahead and maybe recommend it to your clients, or you can come back yourself. So
that's really lovely. I think, it's nice just to have a space that you can have a little experiment, and maybe if there's somebody who's never shot in a studio before, this is your time.
Yeah, exactly.
To see if it's for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on the
Thanks
podcast.
for having me.
And I will speak to you guys all in next week's episode. Stay sweet. Thank you so much for tuning in to Staying Sweet, the podcast. If you enjoyed listening, please do leave a rate and review, and I will catch you next week for a new episode.